Hi everyone, this is Farah, your interviewer, and with me here is Mr. Shailendra. Welcome. Can you please do us the honor of introducing yourself and your organization?
Thanks, Farah. Thanks for having me here. My name is Shailendra Mruthyunjayappa. I'm the president of Fintellix. We are a global provider of regulatory risk and supervisory solutions, and we run all of those on our next-gen banking data platform.
So, congrats on receiving an award by Internet 2.0 conference. How does that feel?
Thank you. Thank you for the recognition. Obviously, it always feels good. And gives an opportunity for us to present our business and ourselves in front of the audience. Thanks for the privilege.
Of course, you're more than welcome. What would you say is the core of the problem that you're solving?
Banking and financial services industry is something that has evolved quite significantly and has been heavily digitized. That has led to a lot of automation of systems and a lot of data that is getting churned out of all of the systems. At the same time, it's an industry which is highly regulated, and regulators are imposing certain guidelines on, how to use the data, what kind of reporting is expected, what kind of risk calculations are necessary. And banks have to crunch all of this data to be able to meet those risk and regulatory requirements. That's the need that we are solving. I wouldn't say it's so much of a problem, but it's the need of the financial services industry, so that the regulators are able to ensure a stable financial system, right?
How are those regulators dealing with the ever-growing financial industry?
It's not just only growing. I would say the financial industry is also evolving in multiple different dimensions. The emergence of, say, fintech, the rapid digitization of financial services, the emergence of embedded finance, the emergence of alternate financial instruments, such as your digital assets and so on. All of these are bringing extreme levels of complexity to the financial services industry, while at the same time delivering real value to the consumers and the business users. Now, regulators are trying to deal with all of these complexities, trying to come up with regulations that will ensure that there is stability, fairness, and transparency in the overall industry. And they are still behind in many of the regulations. In terms of, for example, the fintech industry, there is still no consistency of how exactly it needs to be regulated. Right? Regulators are also trying to partner with some of the fintechs, for example, in trying to create sandboxes and trying to see how they operate, how they could be regulated. In some cases, they're just waiting and watching to figure out what's the impact of these fintechs on the industry, and then they will take a call later on. So it's yet to be seen how this, which way the regulations will move. But they are keeping a hawk eye on the entire embedded finance and fintech industry for sure.
So, what would you say is the impact of those regulations and privacy laws on the banking and finance industry?
Yeah. So, for many years now and decades now, the data that is with the financial institute, it's assumed that they will be able to use it in any which way they want, to whether it is for sales and marketing, customer engagement, risk modeling, price modeling, and so on and so forth. But with the with the new privacy laws that are coming into play, there will be restrictions imposed on how the financial institutions can use that data. There'll be requirements around consent, whether it could be implied consent or explicit consent. They'll have to be more transparent in how they're using that data, and they'll have to be willing to work with the customers or data owners to be able to correct, purge, or fix that data as needed. So it will impose a big burden on the financial institutions, but it's inevitable as you envision moving from Web 2 to a Web 3 world where data ownership is going to clearly lie with the data principles or data subjects. So yeah, it's going to be an onerous task on the financial industry, but that's something that they have to do to move into the next generation of the web.
Of course, yes. So, what are your ambitions? Where do you see your company going?
With our current set of offerings, we already operate in multiple geographies. We want to create those circles of excellence, circles of success, and grow into becoming those leading providers in the countries where we already present. We want to also start adding more innovative solutions. We want to look at what Web3 has in store for risk and regulatory solutions. We want to start, being the pioneers of creating those risk and regulatory solutions in the new world of Web3 financial services.
That's amazing. Best of luck on that. I hope you'll be able to achieve it in a short time.
Thanks, Farah. Thank you so much.
So, finally, if anyone wants to reach out to you for collaboration or advice or to ask you some questions, where can they find you?
Fintellix.com. That's the URL where you'll find all of us. Connect with us. We are firm believers of ecosystem play. It is the way the Web3 is getting architected. It is going to be a play where different technology stakeholders will take leadership in different areas, and everybody will have to collaborate and come together to really make it work for everybody, all businesses and consumers. So we are always looking forward to collaborations and open to anybody reaching out to us.
Perfect. Congratulations again on your award. Thank you so much for in doing this interview with me.
Thanks a lot for having me.